So this is lecture 7, and in lecture 7 we will discuss the combinational circuit, which is known as the encoder. Okay, and we will discuss different types of encoders: decimal encoder, 4 to 8 encoder, and octal to binary encoder. And we will also discuss another type of encoder or an extra feature in encoder. It's known as a priority feature. Okay, and what's the use of this priority feature in encoders? And encoder means it's actually perform the operation of inverse operation of a decoder. So we already discussed a decoder in the previous lecture, and now this lecture is mainly we are discussing the encoder, which it will perform just opposite of the decoder. Okay. In case of decoder, there will be 2 raised to n input line. Okay. At the input side, there is 2 raised to n input line, and output line is equal to n. But in the case of decoder, the concept is different. At the input side, there will be n inputs, and output side you will get 2 raised to n output line. Okay, so n input line and 2 raised to n output line. This is decoder actually. Now we are discussing encoder, and in the case of encoder, so 2 raised to n is the maximum possible input line. This is not compulsory that every circuit should contain a 2 raised to n input line. It can be less than 2 raised to n also. Okay, so that's why it's written as fewer input lines. Okay, fewer than 2 raised to n. Okay, it generates a binary code for its 2 raised to input line. Okay. We'll see one example how it will generate the binary output. So one of the application of this encoder is that the given information is transformed into a compact form. You can see that there are 2 raised to n input line is an n output line. Means we can reduce the number of bits used in a particular circuit by using an encoder. And these are the mainly used practical encoder circuits: octal to binary, decimal to BCD, or hex to binary, etc. And there is no select line as in the case of multiplexer. So don't confuse with multiplexer or demultiplexer. In multiplexer and demultiplexer, there is select line, but in the case of decoder and encoder, there is no select line. Now we'll discuss 2 to 4 encoder first. 2 to n decoder means the input line. For example, in this particular case, you can see D0, D1, D2, D3 will be the input line. So 4 input lines. Okay. So if it is 2 raised to n, there will be n output line. Okay. So this is 2 square. So there will be 2 output line. So 2 output line. So here y1, y0 represent the output line. So this circuit is known as 4 to 2 encoder. And now we can discuss the working of this particular circuit. For example, if D1 is equal to 1, sorry, D0 is equal to 1 and D1 0, D2 0, D3 0, the output of the encoder will be like this. If y1 is MSB bit and y0 LSB. Okay. For this particular input combination, for D0 is 1 and all other inputs are 0, the output y1, y0 will be 0, 0. Okay. Now we'll discuss another input. For example, if you are considering the inputs, the D0 is 0 and D1 is 1 and D2 0, D3 0, y1 will be 0 and y0 is 1. Okay. Now again we can consider another input that is 0, another combination 0, 0, 1. D2 is 1 and all other inputs are 0. So you will get 1, 0. Okay, this is a binary equivalent of 2. So D2 line, when the D2 line is 1, we'll get the binary equivalent in the output line. So now we can consider another possibility, that is 0, 0, 0, 1. D3 is 1. So we'll get the binary equivalent of 3 at the output line. So this is the working of encoder, 4 to 2 encoder. So now we can see the truth table of that 4 to 2 encoder. So the output line y1, y0, if D0 is 1, which represent 0. So we'll get 0, 0 at the output line. So this is equivalent to 0. Then when D1 is equal to 1, at the output side you will get 1. Okay, 0, 1. That is equivalent to 1. And D2 line is 1 means the output y1, y0 will be 1, 0. So that is equivalent to 2. And D3 line is equal to 1 means y1 is equal to 1, y0 is equal to 1. That's a binary equivalent of 3. So this is the working of 4 to 2 encoder. And now we can design some logic circuit for this. So for example, we need to design y1. Either you can use a K-map or directly you can verify the truth table for finding the logic function. So for example, we need a logic for y1. So we can see that these are the output. Y1 is equal to 1 in 2 cases. Okay, when D2 is equal to 1 and D3 is equal to 1. So we can write very simple logic for that. When D2 is equal to 1 or D3 is equal to 1. So 2 possibilities. So this is an OR function. And similarly, so that is why y1 is D3 plus D2. Now we can think about another possibility. We can design y0. So in order to design y0 is equal to 1 in 2 cases, when D1 is equal to 1 and D3 is equal to 1. So you can write y0 is equal to D3 plus D1. So another OR function. So the logic circuit will be like this. Okay, these are the input D3, D2, D1, and one more input line is required D0. But in order to implement this y1 and y0, we don't require any D0. So that is not connected in this particular logic circuit. So D3, D2 for y1 and this is for y0. So this is the logic circuit which contains inside this 4 to 2 encoder. Okay. Now we'll discuss octal to binary encoder. Octal means 8, and you can see that in order to represent 8, you can write 2 raised to 3. So at the output side, you can expect 3 output lines. So 3 output line, 8 data input line. So D0 to D7. So 8 to 3 encoder. Now we can see the working of this particular encoder. When D0 is equal to 1 and all other inputs are 0. So it actually representing 0, D0 line. So y2, y1, y0 will be 0, 0, 0. Okay, the binary equivalent of 0. Now we can discuss another input. For example, D7 is equal to 1. Means all other inputs are 0, 0, 0, 0, and finally D7 is equal to 1. This actually represents the binary 7. So at the output side, we need to get the binary equivalent of 7. Okay. So this is the working of 8 to 3 encoder. So we can see the truth table here. The same thing. Similarly, you need to consider 8 different combinations. So in the first case, you can see that D0 is equal to 1. So we'll get binary 0 here. When D1 is equal to 1 and all other inputs are 0, so output will be equivalent to 1. Okay, binary equivalent of 1. And when D2 is equal to 1 and all other inputs are 0, y2, y1, y0 will be 0, 1, 0, which is binary equivalent of 2. And similarly, the next case, the binary equivalent of 3. And next, when D4 is equal to 1, and this is a binary equivalent of 4. And D5 is equal to 1 means the binary equivalent of 5. And when D6 is equal to 1, it's a binary equivalent of, output will be the binary equivalent of 6. And finally, when D7 is equal to 1 and all other inputs are 0 means we'll get the binary equivalent of 7 at the output side. Okay. Now we need to design a logic circuit to implement this particular function. So from this particular example, a truth table, you can see that this y2 is equal to 1 when the four possibilities. Okay, when d4 is equal to 1, d5 is equal to 1, d6 is equal to 1, d7 is equal to 1. So you can write y2 is equal to d4 plus d5 plus d6 plus d7. Similarly, you can consider other case when y1. So we can design y1. y1 is equal to 1 in again in the four possibilities. So here you can consider d2 is equal to 1, or d3 is equal to 1, or d6 equal to 1, or d7 is equal to 1. So that is y1. Now we can design output line y0. So y0 is equal to 1 again in four different cases. So here y0 is equal to 1, either d1 is equal to 1, d3 is equal to 1, d5 is equal to 1, or d7 is equal to 1. So we can write y0 is equal to d1 plus d3 plus d5 plus d7. So now we can design that particular circuit. Again, it's very simple. Okay, different inputs are given, and okay, so y2, y1, y0. So the binary outputs. And one more thing you can note down here, the encoder circuit. Okay, the encoder circuit follows OR gate combination. So at the output side, you can see the OR gate. Okay, and if you verify, the decoder circuit is actually an AND circuit. Okay, so encoder contain OR gate while decoder contain AND circuit. Okay, so y2 is equal to d7, d6, d5, d4. Okay, and y1 is equal to d2. Okay, I think some correction. No, it's actually d2. D2 is here, and d3 we need to connect. D3 is I think we need to reconnect this. I will draw the direct circuit. Okay. Some problem with circuit. So we can design y2. For connecting y2, we need to use d4, d5, d6, and d7. So this is a circuit for y2, and for y1, actually we need to connect d2, d3, d6, and d7. Okay, so this is a circuit for d2, d3, d6, and d7. Okay, and for y0, again is OR combination. So you need to connect d1, d3, d5, and d7. So this is the logic circuit for y0. And there is some mistake in this particular circuit. I think so. So please consider this circuit. Okay. So this is the correct representation. Now we'll discuss decimal to BCD encoder. So decimal means there will be 10 values, 0 to 9. Okay, D0 to D9 lines, 10 input lines, and output line to represent this 10 values or the BCD value, we required 4 bit. So in the previous cases, you can see that there will be 2 raised to input line and n output line. But here the condition is different. There is only 10 input line and 4 output line. If n is equal to 4, you will get maximum 16 lines. So 2 raised to 4, which is equal to 16. But in the case of decimal to BCD encoder, the input line is only 10. So we require only 10 input line. So that's why you already mentioned in the first slide, it's not compulsory that we need to connect all the inputs in the encoder circuit. There can be less number of inputs. So now we can discuss the truth table of this decimal to BCD encoder. For example, if D0 is equal to 1, okay, the output line y3, y2, y1, y0 will be 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and when D1 is equal to 1, represent 1, so you'll get the binary equivalent of 1 here. So this is binary equivalent of 0 first case. When D2 is equal to 1, you will get the binary equivalent of 2. When D3 is equal to 1, you will get the binary equivalent of 3. And D4 binary equivalent of 4. When D5 is equal to 1, it's a binary equivalent of 5. When D6 is equal to 1, it's a binary equivalent of 6 at the output side. When it is 7, the binary equivalent of 7. And when it is 8, the binary equivalent of 8. And finally, D9 is equal to 1 means the binary equivalent of 9 you will get at the output side. So you can see that the 4 output line Y3, Y2, Y1, Y0. So now we need to design this particular circuit. Okay. And so here also we can check the cases. We need to design Y3 first. We need to design Y3, 2 inputs, 1, 1. Okay. So D8 and D9. Okay. And in the case of Y2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 possible combinations. So D4, D5, D6, and D7. Okay. And when Y1 is equal to 1, again 4 combinations. We can see that D2, D3, and again D6 and D7. Okay, that is Y1. Y0 is equal to 1 for odd number of values. So you can see that 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. So I think this is a logic circuit for we can verify that Y3, D8, and D9. Okay. Y2, 4 inputs, 1, 2, 3, 4 inputs. D4 is here, then D5, okay. This is D6 and D7. Okay. And for Y1, it's D2, D3, D6, D7. So you can check this is D6 and this is D3 and okay, D7 is also connected and this is D1. Sorry, this is D2. Okay. And last case Y0, so odd number of values. So D1 is here, this is D3 and this is D5 and this is D7. Sorry, this is D7 and this is D9. Okay, Y0 and D0 we don't want to connect it to any output line. Now we'll discuss another circuit which is known as a priority encoder. In the previous cases, we are in all possibilities, in all combinations, we discussed that any one of the input line is one at a time. Okay, but if there is 2 or more inputs are equal to 1 at the same time, so what happens? So in the previous case, we know that if it is 0, 1, 0, 0, output will be equivalent to 0, 1. But what happens if more than one input is 1? That D0 is equal to 1 and D1 is equal to 1. So there comes a problem. So in order to solve such cases, we are using a priority encoder and we are giving some priority to the input line. Okay, and input having highest priority will take the precedence and we will ignore all other ones. So we can implement such circuit. And in order to implement such circuit, we are using one more bit in standard ICs, that is known as a valid bit. So at the output side, there will be one more output that is known V. And when this valid bit indicator is set to 1, okay, when one or more inputs are equal to 1, okay, and if all inputs are 0, okay, if D0, D1, D2, D3 is equal to 0, the V output will be 0. Then that output is V is indicating that the output is not valid, okay, or the input line is not valid. because we are not considering a case that all the inputs are 0. If all the inputs are 0, we cannot expect any output. So, or that output is an invalid output. Okay. Or we can consider that input cases are don't care conditions. Now we will see the truth table here. So in the first case, we will consider D0, D1, D2, D3, all values are 0. If all values are 0, we know that V is equal to 0 and the output will consider as don't care conditions. So we don't require such output. It can be any output, but we are not considering that kind of output. When V is equal to 0, we are not considering, so that's why it's known as a don't care condition. Okay. Now we can take another case when D0 is equal to 1 and all other inputs are 0. So D0 is 1 means it's 0, so equivalent to 0, and this is a valid out. Okay. Now we can consider another case when D1 is equal to 1. Okay. When D1 is equal to 1 and D2, D3 is equal to 0. But D0 can be either 0 or 1. So, but we are given it is a don't care condition. Okay. Because it's a priority encoder. If D1 is 1, we will not consider D0. Because the priority level of D0 is very low, the lowest priority, and D3 is highest priority. If D1 is highest priority line, if highest priority line is 1, then we will not consider the lower priority lines, that is D0. So D0 can be 0 or 1. So we will not consider that. If D1 is equal to 1, we will get an output corresponding to D1. So that is 1. Okay. And similarly, we can consider another case when D2 is equal to 1. So this is the highest priority line D3 and this is the lowest priority, and D2 when compared to D0 and D1, D2 is highest priority. So it can be 0 or 1. D0 and D1 can be 0 or 1, but when D2 is equal to 1, the corresponding output will be 1, 0. Okay. So that's a priority encoder. And finally, if D3 is equal to 1, so we will not consider the lower input line, D0, D1, D2. Okay. So for example, if you are getting like this 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So consider one combination like this 0, 1, 1, 1. And in this particular case, D3 is equal to 1. And if D3 is equal to 1, your output will be 1, 1. And we will not consider the other input lines. Okay. Again, it's a valid case. So now we need to design a logic circuit for that. So we need to implement Y0 in terms of D3, D2, D1 and D0. Okay. And for implementing that, you know that Y1 is equal to 1 in 2 cases. Okay. Either D2 is equal to 1 or D3 is equal to 1. Okay. So D2 plus D3. And you can also use K-map for simplification of this. So when you write the K-map, you can consider D3, D2, D1, D0. Uh, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 2, sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. When you take D3, Y0 we need to design. So for the second output line Y0 we can design. If we take Y0, we know that for 0, 0, 0, okay, for the input combination 0, 0, 0, it's a don't care condition. Okay. And for 1, 0, 0, 0, sorry, D3 is MSB bit and this is a LSB bit. So we need to write it's equivalent to 1. So here it will be 0, and next possibility we can think about this is 1. Okay, if it is 1, we can see that it's 0 0 1x. Okay, 0 0 1x means it can be either 0 or 1. For both cases we are getting 1. Okay, so in the similar way, if you complete the K-map, and finally we will get an equation which is equal to d3 plus d1 d2 the whole bar. Okay, d2 complement. Okay, so d3 plus d1 d2 the whole complement. Now also we need to design the circuit for V also. So when you design V, we'll get 4 cases is equal to 1, and that is d0 d1 d2 d3. So any one of the input is 1, V is equal to 1. Okay, so if all inputs are 0 0 0, V output is 0, so that is an invalid combination. Okay. Either you can use the K-map to simplify this, or you can directly write this from the table itself.